Hey, Brittany with Fit by Brit. Okay, this is an ankle weight hip mobility series that I came up with. I love this workout. My hips feel so good after it. It is a little tricky, and you really have to have the idea of opposition. So if that doesn't make any sense to you, please go watch my YouTube video on muscle tension and creating opposition and muscle tension, because you're going to have to understand what the opposing pull is. Okay, here we go. First part is just knee flexion. So I'm pressing my pubic bone down, and it's not about slow or fast, but it's about a consistent pace where I'm working every angle of knee flexion. So hips down, pubic bone down, belly drawing in, and I'm coming in to my seat with my heels with control. If there's any spot of weakness, I'm going to stop and kind of pause and train the body to be okay there and wake up and be strong. So it's not about fast or slow, it's about finding the work and doing it. So then you can do more than one rep. I'm just going to go through all of them so you can see all of them. Now I'm in abduction of the hip. So I move my legs as far apart as comfortable. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm coming in with control with my heels to my seat. My pubic bone is down, so I'm in a neutral pelvis and my belly is drawing in. I'm coming with control, slowly lowering back out. If I feel any spots of weakness, I'm going to pause. Don't be afraid to just kind of slow it down and find the work. Feel where you feel weakness. So now I'm at 90 degrees. I'm trying to keep my pubic bone down and my inner thighs engaged. And I'm going into internal rotation of the hips by bringing the feet away from each other. I'm going to hold for 6 seconds. And you can repeat that for 6 sets. Making sure you're keeping the pubic bone down, the energy in between the thighs. They don't have to be touching, but you want those inner thighs engaged. Now I'm going into external rotation at the hip. The important and difficult part here is that you keep your hip down, your right hip down, as you lower the weight towards the back of the other knee. If you let that right hip come up, then you've lost the tension. You're just moving your body in space. So keeping your right hip down or right thigh down as you lower the weight towards the back of the other leg. Working on hip external rotation of the right hip. And now we're just going to do the other side, making sure we keep the left hip down as we lower the weight to the back of the other knee. And then when you're done with the 6 seconds, really try to rotate it back up to center with control. And sense out each rep. Your hip might activate as you go through it and open up. So keep finding that in range. Now I'm abducted and I'm just bringing my heels into my seat again, working external rotation in an abducted position. Making sure my hips stay neutral by driving the pubic bone down and keeping the belly drawing in. And then I'm just slowly coming out of it, working each angle. I'm going really slow there, so I must have found a lot of instability right there.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation. I regard the work of motivation the most important work in the history of.
Okay, so here now I'm abducted, so my legs are apart, but I'm trying to go into internal rotation, so I'm lowering the weights to the outside of my body. Really making sure I keep neutral pelvis by drawing the pubic bone down and belly drawing in. I'm holding for 6 seconds and then I'm drawing back to center or rotating back to center and then lowering again. All of these can be done in 6 seconds, 6 sets. now flipping on the back, working the abs a lot here, but going into abduction, so opening the legs. The legs are in tabletop, so there's going to be a lot of resistance going on with the belly here. You're going to inhale as you open the legs. Hold the legs open and give a magic breath. If you don't know what magic breaths are, please go watch the YouTube video on magic breaths. So inhale, open, exhale, pull the belly down, yearn the knees open, and then draw the legs back together. If it's too challenging to do them all in a row, please rest in between and get quality reps versus rushing through all the reps. And then just progressing it with the legs straight.